Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 3 picks up immediately after that glorious revelation that Anakin is alive and kicking, baby! The ex-Jedi and Leia are running desperately from the rowdy Reva, encountering both scorn and kindness from the locals. Though an escape route finally emerges, Kenobi's hope is shattered into pieces by a face-to-face encounter with the man himself, Darth Vader. A mini rematch, if you will. If you are thinking to yourself, boy, I really want to watch Obi-Wan, you, my friend, can click the exclusive link in the description to check it out. Episode 3 brings us nostalgia, guest voices, humorous nods, a big Jedi name drop, and the list goes on and on. Watch out for spoilers and strap yourselves in, man. I'm here bringing you a little closer to that galaxy far, far away with some things you might have missed in Obi-Wan Episode 3. I'm Joey C. Let's go! Obi-Wan Kenobi Part 3 begins with Ewan McGregor's titular Jedi experiencing flashbacks to his past. We hear Yoda from Revenge of the Sith saying, "Only pain you will find." Qui-Gon Jinn from The Phantom Menace saying, "Promise me you will train the boy." And Anakin Skywalker, also from Revenge of the Sith, saying, "If you're not with me, then you're my enemy." A wonderful callback to the previous films. This one really breaded my chicken. James Earl Jones is reprising his role as the voice of Darth Vader. The dude is 91 years old and still sounds fantastic. He is without a doubt the definitive Darth Vader. Shockingly, at his own request, Jones was uncredited for the release of the first 2 Star Wars films, though he would be credited for the third one, and eventually he was also credited for the first films in the 1997 Special Edition re-releases. On the topic of voice actors, I'm surprised to find out that Zach Braff was the voice of Freck, which is super awesome. He plays the character JD on Scrubs, and that really tickles me good. Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 3 reveals Darth Vader's throne room on Mustafar, the lava planet that Anakin Skywalker died on, where Vader is truly born. This location officially debuted in 2016's Rogue One, but the idea dates back to Star Wars' early days and Ralph McQuarrie's Income concept art. All I can say is I hope Vader's suit is air-conditioned, because by God that planet must be hot. When Vivian Laura Blair's young Princess Leia asks Obi-Wan Kenobi what the Force feels like, it seems she already possesses an inkling of Force sensitivity, but isn't quite sure whether it's something special brewing deep within her, or Alderaan just needs a new royal chef. Obi-Wan asks Leia how she feels in the dark, and then asks how she feels when the light is turned on, and then she responds with, "safe," and that is how the Force feels. As Obi-Wan and Leia disembark from their cargo transport on the surface of Mapuzo, a pair of droids are busy working. The smaller unit is an R5 Astromech unit, and bears the exact same design as the most famous droid in that line, R5-D4, otherwise known as Red. R5-D4 has often been wheeled out, literally, as a Star Wars Easter egg, and while the droid on Mapuzo isn't him, probably, it's a cute little tribute that really barbecues my pork. Another real short one here, the part where Obi-Wan sees a vision of Anakin in his Jedi robes, is very reminiscent when he turns towards the camera in Revenge of the Sith after he mowed down Newt Gunray and the other leaders. Part 3 marks Obi-Wan Kenobi's first trip to Fortress Inquisitorius. That's a mouthful. The headquarters of Darth Vader's Inquisitors when they're not out murdering each other and twirling lightsabers around. Based on the moon Nur, this imposing building made its Star Wars debut in the Jedi Fallen Order video game. And I love me a good video game, and Fallen Order was incredible. As Moses Ingram's Reva strolls through the hangar of the Fortress Inquisitorius, several famous Star Wars ships can be spotted behind her. The TIE Fighter, most famously featured in the original trilogy. Here's the thing, if they didn't include old ships in these shots, I would be very disappointed, because it's the perfect opportunity, man! This one makes me giggle. Stormtroopers are not very good at their job. This much we know. Modern Star Wars has taken great delight in mocking the uselessness of stormtroopers, and now an Obi-Wan Kenobi Easter egg continues the tradition. When Obi-Wan and Leia are riding awkwardly with a group of the Empire's white-clad finest, conversation turns to the Jedi on the loose, with the confidence that only comes from a total lack of self-awareness. One stormtrooper boldly claims, "We'll find him, we always do." The irony is clear, and viewers don't have to look too far to find plenty of examples where Stormtroopers didn't find a Jedi they were hunting. The most memorable is when Obi-Wan and Luke Skywalker enter Mos Eisley in A New Hope, and 2 Stormtroopers get bamboozled by the former's mind tricks. Cut content making its way back into stories always cheeses my Mac, man. Part 3 alludes towards 2 cut Star Wars storyline twists. First, Ewan McGregor's protagonist mentions a biological brother. A Kenobi sibling has never previously been introduced in an official Star Wars canon, but George Lucas did initially plan on revealing Owen Lars as Obi-Wan's long-lost brother in Return of the Jedi. Leia then questions whether or not Obi-Wan is her real father, to which the Jedi replies, "I wish I could say I was." Obi-Wan merely means because Leia is a charming kid, and any dad would be better than Darth Vader. But it's still a weird thing to say regarding Anakin's wife. The line could be alluding towards an Anakin Kenobi Padme love triangle cut from Star Wars prequel trilogy. Let's hit you with a short one. I don't want to hit you, but you get it. It's part of the job, man. The probe droid that stared down Obi-Wan is the same one from The Empire Strikes Back and has reoccurred as a Star Wars Easter egg ever since. That was a short one. As we know, Obi-Wan sliced his way through Anakin Skywalker, which threw his body to the lava's edge, which turned him into a real sour dude, naturally. But what I really dug was how Vader drags Obi-Wan through the fire so he can suffer the same way that he did on Mustafar. Of course, being reminiscent of Anakin pulling himself out of the lava's edge, and the screams were identical, which is horrifying. And Vader saying, "I am what you made me," is also him continuing to blame Obi-Wan for his fate, despite it being of his own making. Like, dude, you are a bad guy, and Obi is a good guy. You know how these things go. You did this to yourself, man. Let's get a little deeper, shall we? In Dear of Armas, Tala Durith reveals that the path protecting the Jedi and Force-sensitive children from the Empire's clutches ends at a place called Jabiim. This location was first mentioned by a 2003 Dark Horse Republic comic book, now resigned to Star Wars Legend canon. Though the area has been written in canon material before, Obi-Wan Kenobi brings the Outer Rim locale into live action, baby. Tala Durith confirms the Empire isn't only hunting Jedi, but Force-sensitive children. This operation was officially designated Project Harvester, and has been depicted in Star Wars The Clone Wars, Star Wars Rebels, and literary works. The project would turn captured Force sensitives into Imperial agents skilled in the ways of the dark side of the Force, all while trying to prevent the Jedi Order from recovering. It was operated from a secret installation on the planet Arcanus, which was connected to the planet's Imperial headquarters and the Arcanus Academy. We are head deep in lore now. Let's keep this crazy train going. Refugees saved via the path has etched notes of hope into the walls, and Obi-Wan Kenobi finds one from Quinlan. He's referring to Quinlan Vos here, a character introduced by the Star Wars prequel trilogy, but used most prominently in Star Wars The Clone Wars and Christie Golden's Dark Disciple book. Vos spent a stint in the dark side after forming an attachment to Asajj Ventress, but eventually returned to the Jedi and was rumored to have survived Order 66. This Easter egg confirms Quinlan Vos lives, which is just fantastic. Easter eggs that set up A New Hope are probably amongst my favorite in the series. Developing a quick bond with her new friend, little Leia asks if Tala Durith will teach her how to shoot a blaster. Though there's more pressing matters at hand in Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 3. Leia's desire to learn such skills set up A New Hope, where the princess surprises her rescuers by grabbing Luke Skywalker's blaster and doing a considerably better job with it. Which, now that I think about it, that explains that scene in Spaceballs. Messages of hope is one thing, but drawing the Jedi's logo in a supposedly secret passageway seems like asking for trouble. Sure enough, Reva clocks the Star Wars Easter egg and follows the trail to trap a lone Princess Leia. But regardless, the presence of a single Jedi symbol on Mapuzo goes ominously against the various Imperial logos scattered across the planet in Episode 3. Good lord, the lingo here is insane. You really find out quick how bad you are at English when you have to read a voiceover. This one might be a little bit out of reach, but who cares? We're having fun here, man. Obi-Wan kept getting jumped by the slow-breathing Vader in big wide open spaces, and kept trying to run away. But if you notice, both Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi use smoke screens to push Vader back. Unless it's steam. I don't know, man. All I know is the all-powerful Darth Vader is sensitive to smoke/steam. Whatever it is. No wonder he's breathing so heavy. His lungs must be shot, man. It can't be the lava. No, it has to be the smoke screens. When Obi-Wan shoots the Stormtrooper standing atop a checkpoint, the Imperial grunt gives a strange little squeal and flops dramatically to the ground. This scene is very reminiscent of A New Hope's Death Star battle, when Luke Skywalker shoots a Stormtrooper who tumbles from an open gantry. The sound effect appears to be the very same Wilhelm scream, if not an extremely similar homage to complement an extremely similar fall. Come to think about it, the Wilhelm scream is very common in this universe. Ladies and gentlemen, how did we do this time around? I hope the video was a real scream for you. Get it? Cause Wilhelm's scream that I just showed? You get it, I don't have to tell you. What did you notice? Did you notice anything that we didn't? If so, let us know in the comments below. And as always, everybody, thanks for watching.